In the olden times, families usually had heirlooms to pass on from children to children, generation to generation. Things usually were like jewelry, some things rings, earrings, maybe even necklaces. But in my family, our heirloom was a little bit bigger, a little bit more musical. And so today I will show you my guitar. And this guitar has been passed on from my father to my brother and to me. I've been playing it for about a year. I learned on my senior year of high school. And before that, my brother had played it for 4 years in his mariachi band in middle school. And way before that, my father had bought this guitar, although I don't exactly know where or when. All I really know about the guitar is that it was made in Italy, as there's a paper inside kind of explaining that. And my father played it for a long time, but nowadays he's a little rusty, so even though if he picks it up, he still knows some things. He kind of forgets a bit of the chords, sometimes the words of song and things like that. But there's a story about this guitar that always kind of hits home, and I guess it's better described as a collection of stories. As my father sometimes would bring the guitar out of the garage because it usually sat there collecting dust. But every maybe once 2 or 3 times a year, he'd bring it out and play it. Sometimes he'd play maybe 2 or 3 songs, sometimes he'd stick to one, trying to relearn the chords. And for some reason, those songs kind of just got stuck in my head whenever he played them. And for days and days, I would just be thinking about the song, thinking about how to play it, what it sounded like. And those were some really good moments for me because it kind of made my stoic father a little more casual in a way, a little more soft compared to his usually strict and kind of stoic mannerisms. And so this guitar has showed me a lot of things, in fact. The guitar showed me things like compassion for things, importance of things. And I think all of my family has kind of learned this through this guitar. My father probably cherished this guitar when he first bought it, as they started off a little bit on the lower end of the economy. And my brother for sure cherished it with his 4 years of it. I knew he cared very deeply for it, and in fact, he changed the strings for the guitar when they first started ripping. And as you can see, some of these strings are metal and some of them are nylon, and that was also my brother's doing. And so this guitar has not only shown me how to cherish things, but it kind of showed me that sometimes, even though there's generational differences between people, there's always something common between everyone. And it's kind of given me a deeper appreciation for music, even though I've always loved music, but this kind of brought me closer to, I guess, my roots with mariachi and things like that. And so this guitar taught me a lot of lessons, but my favorite one overall is that music connects. Music allows people from different times, different generations, different races to all connect over something beautiful and something nice sounding. And so this guitar is something very important to me. And I will cherish it for as long as I can, and I will try to give it on to my children. And I will do everything in my power to make sure that it stays just as nice as it is now. Thank you.